Welcome to the weekly show with me. We don't wanna turn off your TV. Welcome to the weekly show.
Hello and welcome to the Weekly Show with Henry Bendon. That's me, by the way. In just a minute, we'll get to my own original, insightful coverage of the week's news. But first, let's do a little bit of shameless self-promotion. So, a few weeks ago, my friends and I went on beach week, and we ended up next door to a bunch of friends of ours that were girls. There was a guy in our house that didn't know a girl in their house. They ended up making out on the first night, and that was the last night they made out until Thursday because he found some other girl and then played them back and forth, and there was so much drama. Anyway, he asked me to write a song about him, and I did, and the basically songified version of Hitler's Excellent Week is right here. So check it out. Anyway, let's do the news. Boris Johnson, the outspoken former mayor of London who almost became Prime Minister of Britain based on the votes of grumpy old white people, has been named the UK's new foreign minister. For those unfamiliar, Johnson has spent the last year or so advocating for the Leave campaign and laying in fairly heavily on other countries in the European Union, which, now that Britain has voted to leave, he will be the lead negotiator with in all Article 50 and trade talks. So, to reiterate, please register to vote and do so this November. The world has enough crazy-haired nutjobs negotiating on the international level. Speaking of, future President Trump recently announced his pick for vice president, first-term Indiana Governor Mike Pence. Inside sources near Pence say that the governor was fairly desperate to join the Trump ticket, in part because of their mutual policy goals, but also mostly because it's looking like he won't be re-elected in Indiana. Oh, and at the convention earlier this week, the NeverTrump forces made their final stand, storming the floor and throwing credentials in a move that CNN said, quote, could have embarrassed Trump, end quote, which is ridiculous. Nothing embarrasses Trump. In other news, the release of Pokemon Go has taken over newscasts and life in general as the Nintendo-related product revolutionizes augmented reality gaming and fitness for nerds, as well as everyone else. Meanwhile, in the tech industry, President Obama has pledged $400 million to research on 5G, doing his part to usher in a new generation of high-speed mobile communication. For my money, I'd rather have LTE work more places than the upstairs window of my house on Wednesdays. But whatever. Finally, this week we pivot to water sports, specifically stand-up paddleboarding. So for more on that, we go to me in the field.
It's summer here in Nevada, California. We're at Lake Tahoe, and one of the most popular things to do on the lake is paddleboarding. Of course, normally it's not 60 degrees and crazy windy, but why should that stop me?
Alright, that does it for the Weekly Show for this week. I'm Henry Bendon.